How we doing out there? Dr. P right here, talking our famous question. What's going on in the world today? How you doing out there, people? Right into us, let us know. And you know what indeed is going out there, my people? For real, a kid can't take a day off without something going down. So, let's get it. No more heads in the sand. Let's talk about elections and the President of the United States of America. The current, the former, and the next one. So, current U.S. President Joe Biden just got COVID-19 because, yes, people, it still exists. And former President Donald Trump just had an assassination attempt on his life. Now, all week long, it's been the National Republican Convention for his official acceptance of the Republican Party's nomination, and he just chose his running mate, J.D. Vance, first-time senator of the state of Ohio. And the short version of everything going on in the Donald Trump campaign is it is looking strong. Period, folks. He's looking like a winner. On the flip side, President Joe Biden is slipping up and mixing up names all over the place, like a bad mixing up of names. And I'm not even going to repeat it here, nor am I even going to talk about his campaign, his debate performance. Oof. The short version of everything going on in his campaign? He is looking so old. Now he's got COVID, and he can't remember important international leaders' names correctly. And he's getting serious calls from his own party to bow out of the race and let someone else run against former President Trump. And to which President Biden is so far not going to do that. He's dedicated to running. And if Donald Trump's campaign is looking strong, then Joe Biden's campaign is looking weak. It's looking weak as all hell, people. Now, my friends, there is still over 3 months until the election, and that is a lot of time for anything to happen and completely change the outlook of this election. That said, as of now, if you're a Joe Biden supporter and you're being real with yourself, then you are worried about this election. And rightfully so. Donald Trump is going to be made to look like a living martyr after the assassination attempt, and Joe Biden is going to be made to look like a dead man walking after he got COVID-19. So the question, can Biden bow out and get someone to run against Trump that can actually beat Trump? Now, that's the question everyone's asking, right? That's the question everyone wants to know. And if you're the Trump campaign, you may almost want this to happen because you likely believe that there is no one out there who can beat Donald Trump except for Joe Biden. And my friends, that may actually be an accurate statement. There's simply not enough time to build up a strong coalition behind a candidate and to get their name out there to the entire population to even come close to competing with the name recognition of Donald Trump. Everyone knows Biden, everyone knows Trump, so it's simply a matter of choosing the one that looks the best right before the election. But if Biden bows out, then you have to look at if general election voters or swing voters or nonpartisan voters, will all of these people just automatically vote for a Democrat that isn't Biden? No, the answer is no, they won't. And if you get a Democrat that's well known to most of the country, and you try to put them against Donald Trump, like who has well-established name recognition, almost like 100% name recognition, who would you be thinking of? Like some really big names have to come to mind, like Democratic Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, or Democratic former Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, or maybe a few governors of some mildly moderate Democratic states. And what you have there is a pool of people who are either too polarized already to draw general election voters, or people who are just too unknown, and people won't vote for an unknown candidate at the presidential level. And even if you think some people might, it won't be enough, not in the right swing states, to take the election away from Trump. And all of this is exactly what the Trump campaign would like to see take place. A last-minute scramble by the Democratic Party to get a new candidate to run? Trump's campaign would have a field day with this, no doubt at all. And they'd likely win the election. Now, what the Trump campaign does not want to see is President Joe Biden get his act together. Because if he does, if he gets a clean bill of health after COVID, if he stops slipping up in the media, and if he has a strong debate performance in the upcoming debate, if all of that happens, that's the Trump campaign's worst case scenario. Because then general election voters will feel safe again voting for Biden. And he can take the election just like last time. But what will actually happen next time? What will happen next week? Well, we'll just have to wait for Monday for that answer. And every Monday thereafter. This U.S. presidential campaign, in many ways, is just getting started. Love you, Lofi. And this, just a snap of what's going on in the world today.
I bring it down, man, like.
Lofi Poli Sci is more than just me. It's the we that we be. Pickering, signing off.